what's really resonated to me now is that priming. We understand the priming and setting up, like, what am I telling myself every morning when I get up? Do I do my breathing exercises? Am I getting centered? So a lot of times when I'm working with youth, and as a social worker, one of the kind of things we take is like, don't do more harm. So as a coach, as a trainer, one of the things I see us struggle with is that sometimes we're trying to motivate, but we've been taught a certain way, of pushing them beyond or putting them down or challenging them. And that positive mindset developing in our athletes first starts with us, making sure we're centered and conscious of how we're communicating and how we're being seen. Because sometimes as a coach, we're like getting on them like, hey, come on, you can do more. And we're actually breaking them down instead of building them up. So first of all, I think with the positive mindset is really being conscious of my own positive mindset, or really trying to get centered every day before I show up to the gym. Like this morning, I always wake up and do my little morning prayers to get centered, give thanks for the day, my own gratitudes, give thanks for the opportunity to work with youth. I've had days where I haven't done that, and I've watched myself be more reactive with athletes. And then days when I do that, I'm able to be, when I'm primed up well, got my breathing, have my snack, have my tea, and show up, make sure I'm showing up. And then with the youth, I think too, it's being really, really conscious to understand that we're all works in progress. Sometimes we have these judgments like, I know you could have done that. We're scolding them a little bit, where it's like, no, it's okay. They are where they are. And a lot of the athletes I'm working with, youth, especially this group we had today, physically, they're there. But I'm also wondering that it doesn't matter how physically capable you are unless your mind can come with it. Always wondering, the self-talk is another thing about the positive mind frame. What are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself, oh, I can't do it, Or are you telling yourself, I'm just going to do my best and let it go where it goes? So, yeah, I think if I was breaking it down, the first thing would be really focusing on me, being conscious of how I'm communicating and how I'm primed when I show up. And then 2, really helping them work through their own processes, really trying to change that, I always call like the positive bullying, where you're changing their mind frame, where they're thinking when they say they can't do it, you break it down into smaller steps where they can be successful, and then you build upon those successes until they can do it.